saying, well, actually, we should just pay people more.
Mm.
Yes, lots of jobs, yes, you should, but that's not always an option. Most of the time, and I think this is really undervalued, people want to feel part of something special. And if they feel part of something special, you don't have to pay them more because they want to turn up, they want to be there. Like, you look at our time in the army, well, didn't get paid badly, but for the 2 years that I was over in Belfast with what was now one Ranger, I was deployed or abroad or on exercise for about 18 months out of the 24. So a lot more hours than the army paid me, but I loved it.
Yeah,
I loved it, and it was
that thing,
great,
isn't it? When you actually are driven by passion and good emotions, that becomes more the thing, doesn't it? It reminds you actually that you do it for the love rather than the money.
And that's what we want to give to companies, or not what we want to. That's what we give companies.
Yeah.
Is that clarity at the top to say, like, this is your culture, these are your values, this is how you need to live them as a company. To that level of how do you hire people into a team? So we work with a company called Spotlight to do personality profiling as well, so that you are hiring the right people into the team to make that balance.
Yeah.
Because the big issues that we see are recruitment, retention, and just general well-being. Stress and burnout are massive for employees. So at the lower level, it's how do we stop stress and burnout and make you feel great about yourself. At the middle, it's how do you recruit people and make sure they want to be part of the team. And at the top level, it's like, how do you buy into this whole that you love it,
keep it going,
and how do you and how do you keep it going when you're growing, when you're suddenly bringing employees? So I'm ranting a bit. Thank you for humouring me. But at our level of businesses now, we are all incredibly invested in what we do, because there are, like, I don't know how many people you employ, but it's not more than 10.
Me personally, mine's gone right down now.
But it's a couple, so everyone is in because you get to see people face to face and you get to chat to them. I mean, my business is me at the moment, and our subcontractors, who I can just ring up. I know them all by first name terms. What happens when you're a company that's gone from that initial 20, 30? So you're a Series A startup. You've just done the funding round. You've got 30 people. You're suddenly going up to 100. You're not going to know all those people.
No, you lose the contact.
You will lose that. So how do you make that transition and feel like everyone is part of something when you stop knowing people's names?
Yeah.
Or when you
and
don't
it's so
get to see them
important,
every
isn't
day.
it? Like, people forget that, because I'll say it's very hard for these businesses because they don't mean to do that if they really stopped and thought about it, but they're failing in that process because they're just thinking about the business growth. But actually, I guess what you're trying to say there is you're reminding them that part of the business growth is looking after who you've got.
Yeah, because if those people want to be there and care about it, they will give you so much value, far beyond anything that you're paying them, because they will feel like they care. And they'll tell other people that they care, and the business will be a productive, happy place because people want to be part of it. So that's what we're doing.
Yeah, just obviously, to plug where you are and where to find you. If anyone's interested in that sort of stuff.
Yeah, so we're undergoing a bit of a rebrand, but theinsideedgepeople.co.uk, the Inside Edge People on LinkedIn and Instagram. Although we don't do a huge amount on Instagram. Obviously, my co-founder, so my wife Tammy, is a cricketer who talks about it occasionally, and yeah, that's where you'll find us. Yeah. And we're happy just to chat. We love it. I would sit down and talk for hours about people, because that's the thing that I loved in the army, is how do you look after people and make them feel special, and that's what we're giving to people, and that's what I want to talk about. And
that is a great reason why you're doing your business as it is, because that's what your heart is within, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, there's a Japanese word called ikigai, which is essentially sort of your meaning for life, and you've got to combine something you're good at, something the world needs, something you'll get paid for, and what was the last one? Something you love. And lots of times you start a business, you might have a couple of them, but you don't have all of them. You've got to find something the world needs, and I think people now more than ever need this kind of personalised attention, and I love it. And I think there's work out there. Well, there is work out there.
Well, that's the thing that people are slipping up on, that they're not realising, isn't it? Like, that looking back in your business rather than looking at the, the how do I make more money and stuff like that.
Yeah.